that God is the God of all creation. He will make what is not to be there. He can make something that does not exist to exist. Nobody has that capacity. When we say that a painter has created a painting, he didn't create a painting out of nothing, because he had to buy a canvas, he had to get a brush, he has to get paint. When we say that a builder has created something, he has to get cement. When we say somebody has created a car, he didn't create it out of nothing. He had to go and get steel and metal and some other substance. There is no body, both in the natural realm and in the spirit realm, who can make things out of nothing. There is only one, and he says, I am the Lord, and there is none besides me. God says to you, if there is nothing, I can make it be. He is a God who is able to make things out of nothing. He says to Abraham, I have made you the father of many nations, when he had no children. And the Bible later says that God said that because he is able to call the things which be not as though they are. And today God is speaking to somebody. He calls you righteous even when you feel that you are a sinner. He calls you blessed if there is no blessing in your family except curses. He calls you accepted if everything you feel is rejection. God says, I can create acceptance for you. If you are the tail, he calls you the head. If you are sick, he calls you the healed. If you are broke, he calls you the rich. Because God doesn't need anything to be there before he calls it to be there. I don't know who came to this place with zero in your life, zero in your life, zero in your account, zero in your destiny, zero in your experience. But God is about to call you something. He'll call you abundant. He calls you a multitude. He calls you increase. God is able to create out of nothing. But not only that, God can take what is there and do something new with it. That's another dimension of God as creator. He can take what is there and do something new with it. When God was going to create human beings, you and I, he didn't create us out of nothing. He created us from the earth, from the dust of the earth, which is lifeless. He created a human being full of life. That is another dimension of God, that he can take what is old in you and make it new. He can take something you are familiar with and turn it another way and use it another way. God can take somebody who is shy and use that person globally to change the world. God can take somebody who has failed and take that clay of failure and mold something new out of it. I don't know where your life is, but the God of all creation, he can take what is there in your life now and tell a different story out of it. He will take what is there in your life now and create something new out of it. He will take your story now and tell a new story out of it. In the same place where you fell, you will rise up. In the same place where you were condemned, you will be celebrated, because God can make things. He's a maker. And he can take something which is old and do something new with it. That gives me confidence that God can take an old person and do something new with them. God can take a family that is rubbished and do something new with that family. God can take a country that is in a cycle of repeated failure and do something new with them. He can take a continent which is committed to self-defeat and do something new out of them. And that is why I'm fully persuaded that there is hope for Africa, because I serve a God who can take the old and out of the old do something new. I serve a God who can take something that has been discarded and remold it and do something new out of it. He told Jeremiah at the potter's house, when the clay is marred in the hand of the potter, he can mold something new out of it. May God mold something new out of your life. May he do something new out of your life. And not only that, God can cause things which he has made to work for you. When Israel was going through the Red Sea, the chariots of Israel, they didn't actually have chariots. They were running on foot. And the chariots of Egypt were coming very fast against the Israelites. But somewhere in the middle of the Red Sea, God caused the land which the Israelites just walked on and it was dry. When the Egyptians came in, he caused the water to mix with the dry land and created clay. And so the wheels of the Egyptians were stuck in the middle of the sea. And then he caused the water, which opened a way for his people to come and swallow up for the enemies of God. When you are fighting a battle that is too strong for you and enemies you cannot handle, God is able to cause nature, the things he has created, to fight for you. When Joshua was in a battle against enemies that was too much for him, God caused hailstones to participate in the battle. Because the God who can make things out of nothing, the God who can make all new things out of old things, can also make the things he has created to work for you and to favor you and to assist you in your battle. And God is able to take your own body to heal itself. He's able to cause your system to fight diseases. God is able to cause the air you breathe to be a healing to you. God is able to make the water you drink to be life to you. God is able to make the food you eat to help you to rise up. And he is able to cause the things he has created to fight for you. You know, many times we go through life and we think everything is against us. Everything is against me. People say that all the time. Everything is against me. Whatever I touch doesn't work. Everywhere I go, it looks like everything is working against me. But when you are dealing with the God of all creation, he makes all things work together. All things work together. All things work together for our good. And tonight, if you need something which is not in existence, God will make it come to pass. If you need God to take the old and make it new, he will take the old and make it new. If you need God to cause all things to work in your advantage, he will cause everything to work in your advantage.